From Chino Hills to UCLA to Lithuania to the JBA and finally the G-League, Liangelo Ball has had a tumultuous time in the world of basketball. On the cusp of finally reaching the G-League play was suspended due to reasons I cannot say otherwise or else I'll get demonetized. But was this the unfortunate fate for the unsung Ball brother? We'll find out. Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy J-Rob back at it again with another video, and if you are new to this channel, just know that I post sports content, sometimes popular culture content, and political content as well. Alright, so if you could just click that notification bell, alright, that would help me out a lot, but let's not waste any more time and let's get into it. Liangelo Robert Ball was born November 24th, 1998 in Anaheim, California. Early in his life, Liangelo played both football and basketball, but later chose to focus on basketball with his brothers in hopes to reach their dream together. Liangelo's junior year would be the first and only time that all of the brothers would share the court on the Chino Hills varsity team. The Ball brothers would lead the Huskies to a state championship and an undefeated season, with Liangelo averaging 27 points per game. While proving himself as a great scorer, Jello was still underrated as most recruiting sites had him listed as only a 3-star prospect. Going into his senior year at Chino Hills, Jello gained substantial weight, going from around 220 pounds to 240 pounds at 6'6", and throughout the season he seemed to have less verticality and quickness. However, his shooting and scoring ability did not diminish. While averaging nearly 34 points a game, Liangelo had insane scoring performances, including dropping 60 points versus Los Ojos High School, 52 points versus Damien, 56 points versus Orange Lutheran, 52 points versus Birmingham in the first round of the playoffs, and 72 points versus Rancho Christian, and also his infamous game versus Long Beach Poly. Unfortunately, as the leader for the Chino Hills squad as a senior, Liangelo was unable to claim a California Southern Section title, losing to Mater Dei in the semifinals, and eventually losing to Bishop Montgomery in the quarterfinals at States in a heartbreaking game. After an unfulfilling senior year, Liangelo had his eyes on the college game, with UCLA calling his name. Liangelo slimmed down before heading into UCLA, and his father helped in creating more hype around him, embarking on his college journey. His career looked somewhat bright after pouring in 11 points in UCLA's exhibition game versus CSULA. But, as we all know, the story for Liangelo at UCLA does not end well. On the night of November 7, 2017, UCLA basketball forwards Cody Riley, Jalen Hill, and as you all may know, Liangelo Ball were arrested in Shanghai, China for stealing sunglasses. Reports differ on whether it was blatant stealing or international credit card issues, but none of that mattered as the players, including Jello, were detained indefinitely by authorities. Miraculously, the three were released from jail and allowed back to the States, but unfortunately, all three of the players were suspended by UCLA. The suspension would lead Liangelo to drop out of college, thus marking an end to a very brief college career. Liangelo Ball would leave UCLA averaging a disappointing 0 points per game, 0 rebounds per game, and 0 assists per game. In early 2018, Jello and his brother Melo signed with the Lithuanian basketball club Vytautas Prienų, and in 14 games played by the LKL, Liangelo averaged 12.6 points per game while shooting 41% from 3. His team as a whole lacked success and failed to reach the playoffs, but Jello did see some stellar exhibition game performances. Jello was also able to score 72 points in a game against a junior CBA team, but nevertheless, his confidence enabled him to declare for the NBA draft after the season concluded. Liangelo Ball was invited to the professional basketball combine, but his performance was less than stellar through the drills and measurables. His only impressive measure was his 37-inch vertical. Even with the below-average combine results, Jello had hopes of hearing his name called on draft night. But on the night of the 2018 NBA draft, Jello was let down once again as he went undrafted. But this didn't stop Jello as he looked to prove himself through a few training camps in hopes of gaining a Summer League roster spot. Jello would participate in the Lakers and Warriors training camp, but he unfortunately was not signed by any teams in the Summer League. Now the JBA was a very short-lived basketball league created by the original big baller himself, Liangelo Ball. And Liangelo, along with his brother LaMelo, unsurprisingly won the JBA championship with the Los Angeles Ballers. In the battle versus the Seattle Ballers, Jello chipped in with 58 points and 11 assists. During the regular season, Jello would average 50 points per game, 5 assists per game, and 10 rebounds a game. Jello would later join his father LeVar, brother LaMelo, and 12 other JBA alums for an international tour of exhibition games. The tour helped gain Jello some exposure in hopes of signing an overseas contract. Jello would post multiple 40-point contests and gain much interest from the London Lions, but eventually turned down an offer from them. Oi mate, was this a bloody mistake? Jello hasn't had the best history with his ankles, and in some games you can see him outfitted with an ankle brace. Just before the 2019 Summer League, Liangelo Ball underwent ankle surgery, thus missing another precious opportunity. Rehabilitation would lead him to missing much time during the 2019-2020 NBA season, but once he became healthy, he found his bounce again. Midway through the GLeague season, Jello was signed as a practice player by the OKC Blue, an affiliate of the OKC Thunder, and everything seemed to be on the up and up for him. After a few weeks of waiting in the wings, Jello received a full GLeague contract with the OKC Blue on March 9th earlier this year. March 9th was also the same day that spring break started for me, and college has not been the same, and my senior year has basically been ruined. But as we all know, the NBA suspended play due to irresponsible actions of Rudy Gobert. Just kidding about Rudy Gobert, but yes, the G League did follow suit and they did suspend play. And yet again for Liangelo Ball, a glimmer of hope faded away. Now I personally think that Liangelo Ball is a decent player and a great shooter. Do I see him being a G Leaguer? 100%. But do I see him making his way to the NBA anytime soon? I don't really know at this point. I was hoping that he could use his time in the G League to prove himself and prove that he could still play well and contribute to a team, but now he will not even have that opportunity and he won't be able to play on a Summer League team, and who knows if this contract that he has with the OKC Blue will be renewed. I can only imagine the pain that Liangelo has felt throughout the years, but I do feel as though that his time could come someday in the NBA. But I just don't know how long it will last. But I've been surprised before. Also, oddly enough, my music career started with a song revolving around the Ball brothers, and I'd really appreciate if you could check me out on Spotify, Apple Music, or whatever you use to stream music.
Run the game like LeVar, finessing like I'm Jello, ballin' like I'm Lonzo, wild boy, call me Mello. Run the game like LeVar, finessing like I'm Jello, ballin' like I'm Lonzo, wild boy, call me Mello.
And also, my most viewed video on this channel is a Ball brothers related video. So one may ask, at the conclusion of this video, do I owe the Balls? But seriously though, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, this has been another J-Rod video, so please remember to like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell, and peace.
Securing the purse in the bag in the suitcase. I be grinning.